Welcome to York, Maine, a beautiful coastal town located on the southern part of the state. Known for its picturesque beaches, historic downtown, and charming sights, York has long been a popular destination for tourists and residents alike. But what is the real cost of living here? In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the living expenses of York, Maine. One of the first things you'll notice about York is that because of its ideal location and proximity to the ocean, it's a relatively expensive place to live. The cost of living here is higher than the national average, with housing being one of the biggest expenses. And speaking of housing, my name's Cam Avery, and I'm a local resident and real estate agent with the Avery Realty Group, and this channel is all about relocating to Seacoast, New Hampshire, and southern Maine. So if that's you, definitely consider subscribing. The median home price in York is around $650,000, which is significantly higher than the national average. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment can range from around $1,500 to $1,800 per month, depending on the location and amenities. A two-bedroom apartment will cost around $2,000 a month. York is kind of like a town with two separate housing markets. There is the market to the right of Route 1, home to all of the luxury beachfront properties that can sell for well over $1 million, with many of them being second homes for vacationing families. And then there is the market to the left of Route 1, where homes, still plenty of amazing homes, are selling, and these homes are going to be in general less expensive and year-round. It's also worth noting that the property taxes in York are also lower than some of the surrounding towns, which will make a big difference when it comes to your monthly mortgage payment. Another expense to consider is the cost of food. Grocery prices in York are also higher than the national average, and there is a Hannaford right in town. For a family of four, expect to spend around $150 to $250 a week, depending on the groceries and where you shop and what kind of food you like. Additionally, dining out in York can be pricey, with many restaurants charging premium pricing for their menu items. However, it is close enough to New Hampshire that if you want to avoid having to pay the sales tax for groceries, you can easily drive to Portsmouth and do your grocery shopping there. There are also plenty of restaurants that have very reasonable prices. A local favorite is Anthony's Sandwich Shop right on Route 1. Definitely worth checking out if you're in the area and looking for a quick bite to eat. And if you are looking for an even more in-depth information on York, make sure to download our free location guide to southern Maine and Seacoast, New Hampshire. The link is right in the description below. Finally, let's talk about utilities. Much of York is on both private well and septic systems. However, near the beach, there is access to both public water and sewer. If you do purchase a home with a private septic system, I always recommend having a septic inspection done, as this is one of the most costly repairs that can be done on a property. And if you appreciated that little tip, do me a huge favor, hit the like button. It really helps me reach more people like yourself, so thank you so much for doing so. For utilities, including electricity and water, expect to spend around $200 a month, and for heat in the winter months, your expenses will largely depend on the source that you're heating with. It's not uncommon to burn through 100 gallons of propane or oil a month, so make sure that you budget that accordingly. Overall, the cost of living in York, Maine is higher than the national average, but the town's natural beauty, recreational opportunities, and friendly community make it a great place to call home. If you're seriously considering moving here, don't hesitate to reach out to me directly, because I don't want you to think that I'm just a real estate agent trying to sell you on York. I made this whole video talking about reasons not to move to York, Maine, so make sure to watch that now.